Hi, this tutorial is going to step you through our new rider sign based technology. We're very excited to be offering this to our agents in terms of technological advances, simplicity of use, and of course the lead generation aspect of rider signs and what they could do for you, and keeping your sellers happy as well. And so a little bit about the rider sign and how they work, or I guess first of all go back and show you how the traditional rider signs worked. Rider sign from any company out there traditionally uses codes, and those codes would be a short number that you can then assign to a property and then, of course, reassign it. The idea being is you didn't want to use each property didn't need to have its own code because then you would not be able to reuse that rider sign properly, and you'd have to get a new sign for each property. So the nice thing was you would be able to get one sign, assign it to a property. When that property goes off market, sells, of course, hopefully, you then reassign that to the new listing. So 123 Maple Lane gets sold. 1234 is the code. You then now can reassign 1234 to 321 Elm Street, for example. The problem is that oftentimes we've heard from agents that because they don't do this that often, they would forget or not remember how to, or never knew how to assign or reassign the codes properly. And so oftentimes the people that try out the rider signs to test it are your sellers. And if it wasn't assigned properly, this can be an embarrassing start to the agent relationship. And so we looked at new ways to solve this challenge utilizing new technologies. And so this solution is based on GPS coordinates that all cell phones have these days, 99% of the phones out there, and something known as short codes. The solution is elegant and simple, and it's simply based on the GPS. The buyer is now able to receive property information, and it's all based upon their location. So if they're sitting in front of a property, they would simply they would text "see me" to 878787. Very simple and very easy to use. Here's a more visual graphic of how that would work. So they would simply text that back to their phone. They would receive a link that would, when opened, actually show them the property that they're in front of. You as an agent still receive the lead information, so nothing changes as far as that is concerned. But now the simplicity of this is you no longer need to worry about which rider sign am I putting in front of the property. Everything works very, very simply, assuming that you do have decent cell service. This really doesn't change much. The only way that rider signs ever really work is if there is decent cell service, but now there is a new component to it. You do want to make sure that internet connectivity is something that works, but it really isn't any different than it was before, because even with the older sign technology, in order for them to view property information, they would still need to have internet access. So in terms of which sign solution should I use, we're recommending this solution over our old solution anytime there is a question about that. So that's how this system works. We hope you guys give it a try. If there's any questions, feel free to reach out to us, give us your feedback, support@listingsmagic.com, or you can always use our online chat during normal business hours.